the other thing, and we touched on this in our news segment at the top of the hour. Andrew Berry said he's not worried about the Deion Sanders, nixing Shedeur coming to Cleveland, which I'm the one that, I'm one of the guys that's, you better be concerned about this. Now, there are a couple of dots to connect here. Pat Shurmur, who knows Kevin Stefanski was his offensive coordinator at Colorado, being Shedeur's. So there's a relationship there. Additionally, Deion knows Bill Musgrave, who was just elevated to quarterback coach, played with him in San Francisco. So those, and again, I'm not saying Shedeur is the guy. Those are certainly things that are going to make Deion more comfortable with what would be the offensive staff. I'm not saying they're taking Shedeur. You have to be aware of that. And the other thing is, if Deion's going to put that hammer down, it isn't going to be until after the combine, closer to the draft, because otherwise Shedeur becomes a problem for guys that are looking at quarterbacks.
Yeah, the Bill Musgraves connection is a good one that I hadn't, I guess, connected the dots on yet. So that's a good, obviously, observation by you, Dave. But all that stuff matters. Like this league is very much about relationships. And yeah, maybe at some point there's a conversation had where Deion's like Cleveland is not on the list of teams that we would let Shedeur play for, and it becomes a problem. But to me, like Barry saying this now and making it very clear, like I don't envision that being an issue. We know they met with him at the Shrine Bowl last week on Friday, I believe it was, along with a handful of other teams that are at the top of the draft there. And so I would imagine those were conversations that they had, and they got some of that out of the way now. So as things, and again, obviously it's subject to change. The next several months, maybe something different happens. Maybe Deion speaks up. Who knows? But given that they've had those conversations, I think it's a promising comment from Barry that he doesn't seem very concerned with that right now, and that they are going about this process kind of clear-headed and looking into, whether or not they think these guys are a fit on the field, rather than are they a fit because of their personality or something else that's kind of going on behind the scenes. And I'm with you. Like I've brought that up. Like if maybe the Browns like Shedeur, but if his dad raises a stink about not wanting to come to Cleveland, then he can't be your pick anyway. Because the last thing the Browns need is like another situation at quarterback that's just, as soon as something goes wrong, he's forcing his way out or whatever. But if they feel comfortable and they've touched base with his camp and they, aren't worried about that, then that's a huge step towards knowing that that door is still open for you. You can still explore drafting him at number 2 if that's the route that they end up wanting to go.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Again, if they want to draft him, if they identify him as a guy that they think can run this system, and I hope they get the ability to do that.